Time is of the essence. I said I was going to jump on here real quick. I ain't been on here in a minute. Wow, since I did a live. So I said, all right, let's play a little bit. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got so little time to talk about it. So, welcome. Tap in. I think it's important because I see a lot of stuff and I wanted to jump base on it real quick because I've been seeing a lot of stuff and it's only right that I say something. It's important, the stuff that we go through, and everybody be trying to encourage you to jump off the ledge and do stupid stuff just to make it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody encourage you to just be plain ignorant. And coming from me, because I used to be that dude, like I would crash out over everything. You know, I crash out over everything. I do everything and just crash out. And so, I don't know. I think a lot of times people just love to see other people crash out. They love to see other people do things that they wouldn't do themselves. So they love, seeing everybody else doing. We call that send off men, send off women. Women get sent off too. And a lot of times people they don't want to mess up their opportunity. They don't want to mess up their spot. So they'll send a young crash out or someone who they don't really give a fuck about, to do something stupid. And I was online all week and I was just seeing these people just, this one story that we're gonna open up with, because I don't agree. I don't agree with a lot of shit that was being said. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I think I think one of the most important things about life is you can make your own decisions. You are in control of your own self. You cannot tell someone else how to respond to something that they deem is disrespectful. You can't I mean you can give advice, you can tell someone what you think, what your opinion of it is, but you cannot tell anyone how to respond to something. So I think, okay, so look, right? That that situation with that mother, right? Um that situation with that mother, right? I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. And then people are gonna say everything that they need to say, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I am a parent, right, which I am, and I walk in my house or I see somebody in my house that does not live in my house, that does not belong in my house, by law, you are trespassing. Okay? Regardless of who let you in, regardless of who said it was okay for you to come in, you are trespassing. You trespassing. I didn't let you in my house, but somehow you're in my house. You're trespassing. That was strike one. Strike two is You're in my house. You are classified as an adult. You are over 18. You are classified as an adult. You are in my house. There is no parent in sight. I'm gone. You are in my house with an underage child. Okay? Let's look at that real quick. You are technically deemed an adult once you turn 18. You are in this woman's house, hiding under her daughter's bed, her underage daughter at that, right? Now, any parent, any real parent, I'm not going to say any parent, I'm going to say any real parent, right? Any real parent is not going to think, oh, this is just a kid. He's just a boy. No. If this situation was in reverse with a man, if it was a man that was walking in and he seen another man in his house with his teenage daughter, underage daughter, however you want to see fit, he's going to spaz the hell out. Honestly, I'm not mad at the mother. The mother saw a man in her house. She don't know this man's intention. She don't know what this man has. She don't know what this man has done. She didn't let this man in her house. So if she did not let this man in her house, how can you, the social media, the world, the people, everybody, how can y'all sit here? What would you have done? You telling me you would have just gave the man a pass and let him walk out your house? Who's to say he doesn't go out to his car, come back and shoot you? Who's to say he wouldn't have done that? Who's to say he wouldn't have came back and tried to come back and still tried to get with the little girl again? Who's to say that? Everybody talking about, oh, he walked out and he was walking out and she shot him in the back. We do not know. Okay, we know that she shot him. We know that he's no longer living. We know that he got caught in the house. We do not know if he was trying to leave. We do not know what was being said. We do not, the affidavit, which I read the affidavit, and it does not say anything about what happened from point B to point Z. All the daughter said, and that's who they got. That's who they got the affidavit from, the statement from. All the daughter said was the boyfriend got caught, or whoever dude was got caught, and she, next thing you know, she heard a gunshot. This is coming from the daughter. Okay? So who's to say that the daughter wasn't upset with her mother? They technically be getting into it because the mama apparently told the daughter, next time you have a boy in my house, she gonna off his ass. So apparently they probably don't have the best relationship. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say the daughter didn't make that part up? We don't know. There's no camera footage. There's no audio. There's nothing to say, oh, he was walking out. We don't know that. We don't know that. We wasn't there. I'm mad that all these perfect parents out here will swear that she was so wrong, and she might have been wrong. Like I said, I wasn't there. But if I'm taking a guess, it had to be something that took place from the time he came out from under that bed to the time he got shot down. It had to be something. You know what I'm saying? He had to say something. She had to feel threatened. I don't feel like a person who got a career, who got a child out here, is just gonna act off impulse. And forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm a parent. I'm not, you not finna be in my, listen. Dude was a grown ass man. I don't care what none of y'all social media parents talking about. I don't care about none of that. Dude was a grown ass man trying to sneak around with a little kid. that in itself will get you offed. Real talk, you come in my house and I see a grown ass man in my house with my daughters. Oh, he ain't making it out of there. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Just out of respect. And but you know what kills me too though is when if it was another race, right? We yelling out, get all the pedos, get all the rapists, get all them, blah, 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 get them. But then when we do get them, first thing that y'all say is that little girl was fast. I admit it. The pictures and the stuff that she had on her social media, she was looking pretty fast. Not gonna take that away. It's easy for they be like, oh well, we don't know. She probably lied about her age. That girl looks 13. She doesn't look 21. She looks 13. All right. And it's a lot of dudes out here that don't be caring. She looks 13. She doesn't look, I don't care how much makeup she put on. I don't care how she dresses. She looks 13. Yes, you have kids out here that grow well beyond their age and all that. This wasn't the case. That little girl looked like she was a little girl. You can always tell. I take that back. You can't always tell. But common sense will tell you. All right. You are a grown man. You knew you was wrong. You knew you was in the wrong because you was hiding under the bed. He knew he was in the wrong. If you knew that you was not doing nothing wrong, fuck is you hiding under the bed for? That's because he knew. He knew he wasn't supposed to be in that woman's house. He came in through the back door. Listen, I read. He came in through the back door. If he wasn't doing shit wrong and he didn't do nothing wrong, fuck you coming in through the back door for? Huh? What you coming in the back door for? If you on the up and up, what you coming through the back door for? Why not just go through the front door? Huh? Let me guess. The little girl told him that this her house and she lived there by herself. And don't get me wrong, little girls do be lying. They do be playing beyond their age. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that. I've been a kid. You know what I'm saying? What up? I've been a kid. So I understand that how those games work with mom and dad ain't at home. I understand those games. But I understood those games with people my age or older. I didn't play those games. I wasn't 21. First of all, if I was 21 and you tell me your mama and them went to work, you are not. No, that's absolutely no. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's some stuff missing in this story, and I ain't gonna jump down and call mama a saint. But again, you can't tell a parent how to parent their house. Straight up. Now, I will say this: if her gun wasn't legal, oh yeah, she gonna get some time. But if I'm her, I'm playing that he trespassed, I didn't feel safe, etc., etc. I'm playing that card to the fullest because I don't know if y'all understand society and the way that we live. These YNs out here are not something nice. That dude looked like a fucking YN. Again, if he didn't have nothing to hide, why you going through the back door? Why you hiding under beds? You knew you was wrong. You knew you was wrong. Now, who's to say, like I said, if she let that man walk out and that man turns around and comes back and shoots her, then what? Didn't we just hear a story about a boy and a girl that just ran off and killed, well, unalived, all her all her relatives on the strength of love. So come on now, like I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't disagree with her decision. All right. If I felt threatened, I got every right. You're in my house. I'm not coming to your house. I didn't come to your house. I didn't trespass in your house. I didn't hide up under your kid's bed. The fact that you 20 years old running around with a 13-year-old, you got me fucked up. He wouldn't have made it out my house either. I ain't gonna hold you. He wouldn't have made it out my house. Straight up. He wouldn't have fucking made it out my house either. Y'all social media parents, I love y'all, but come on, let's keep it a buck. We all been there. We all know what these kids are doing because we was kids before too. Let's just keep it a buck. We ain't gonna sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying? Little mama out of order. If she online 13 playing around like she 18, 19, 20, however old she is, she's saying on social media that she is, she ain't innocent. I definitely feel like she deserve, you know what I'm saying? Her mama crashed out. Apparently, like I said, this ain't the first time. So if it ain't the first time, right? And the mama, like I said, I read. The daughter said out her own mouth that the mama said next time she catch a boy in the house, she gonna off his ass. And you know, kids nowadays, they hard-headed. They'll test that shit. They'll test it. And I guess she fucked around and find out. And again, I don't feel sorry for no pedophile. Don't. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't feel sorry for it. Like I said, who's to say that would have been the last attempt? He would have spun the block. He would have came back around. He would have, you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have been his final attempt. Think about it. That wouldn't have been his final attempt. You know what bothers me is these dudes be 20, 25, 30, and they be out here trying to mess with these little kids, and they don't see shit wrong with it. That's the scary part about this. They be out here messing with these little girls, man, and they don't think about the consequences that come from that. Like, okay, you might get away with it for a little bit, but then guess what? Your whole life is about to change once you get caught. You run into that one parent that ain't gonna play with you like mama. Mama wasn't playing with him. Again, trespassing. You in my house. So nah, I don't agree with him losing his life, but I do agree with the fact that you in there, you know, what was your grown ass doing in somebody else's house, man? At 20, you should be in your own shit. You know what I'm saying? The daughter definitely get responsibility for inviting him inside, going against her mama wishes. She definitely responsible. I'm not gonna play. She ain't getting off the hook with me. She definitely responsible. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, oh, he was walking out. She wasn't in danger. Y'all can't tell somebody what to feel in their house. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody what to feel in their house, man. Straight up. Then you got to ask yourself, can you understand the mama's anger? Yes, I can. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when I was a youngin', and I was sneaking into, 16, 17, and I was sneaking into chicks' windows and shit, I didn't really fully grasp and understand how hurtful that shit is until I got older. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of fast little girls. There's still a lot of fast little girls out here. Don't get it twisted. But then you start asking yourself, what should a parent do after discovering, you know what I'm saying? After discovering an adult communicating with a child. Y'all got to understand, police don't be giving a fuck half the time. You're going to run into some good police that's going to do their job, but then you're going to run into some police that just don't care. They don't. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna act nice about it. They don't be giving a fuck. And who's to say, by the time the police showed up, old boy didn't spaz out and been like, you know what? I ain't going to jail. Fuck it. And try to take the gun from Shorty. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think, honestly, this is what another thing that bothers me is, as parents, we don't be checking what these kids be doing on social media. I used to be good at checking shit, but these kids done got smart. They done got little secret apps. They know how to do the hidden messages and the disappearing. These kids ain't dumb. These kids know how. The fact of the matter is, though, you take a phone away from a kid, they'll use their friends' phones. These kids are smart when it comes to technology in 2026. I'm not gonna hold you. Again, I just seen a story where the boyfriend asked the girlfriend family, could he move in? And the girlfriend family said no. So him and the girlfriend went on a shooting spree and took out damn near her whole family. They drove to 3 different houses. And it's the type of young people shit that be going on. Like, they young, they kids, they 15 and 16, and just threw their whole fucking lives away. As a kid, man, I don't be understanding why y'all out here risking it all for a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about you. Y'all, we got to start monitoring children's phones. Like, be on that shit. Because you find a whole bunch of shit in there that you could have probably prevented if you had took the time to care. You know what I'm saying? I think the mom, the only thing that I think, because I'm sort of kind of witnessing that situation now, I think the only one thing, like, she felt like she did what she had to do to protect her home and protect her daughter. And then I seen somebody say, well, the mama going to jail, the dude dead, and now the daughter finna be out here really being fast. She might. You know what I'm saying? And then this is where you look at it like, okay, where's the father? I kind of think this situation would not be this big if the father was around, or, you know what I'm saying, if we got different standards. Because again, if I caught a dude in the house with my daughter, he's not making it out the house. I don't give a flying fuck. He's not gonna make it out. That's just, he ain't gonna make it out. You know what I'm saying? But in reversal, if I caught my son in the house with a woman, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't trip as much. And I don't know why it's like that. Don't quote me. I'm just telling you my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we made it that way. I don't know why it's a double standard like that, but it is. As a kid, there was things that my sisters couldn't do that I could do. And there were things that, you know what I'm saying, that I couldn't do, but my oldest brother could. So it's definitely a double standard when it comes to parenting boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? If you're a mama, you're going to pretty much go easy on your daughter. If you're a father, you pretty much going to go easy on your son, but hard on your daughter. I don't know why it works like that, but in most cases, that's what it works like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell nobody if they right or wrong. I just know from my point of view, from my reading the room of the situation, mama did what she had to do. And, did it one decision like that costed her life, her freedom. Another thing that was on my mind was another thing that was on my mind, right? And I really want to jump in on this because it was really irking me, and why is it right when you get in a relationship and It start off good. It's supposed to be healthy. Y'all get along, y'all chilling, everything is a vibe. Y'all having the time of y'all life, right? Y'all having the time of y'all life, and everything feels genuine, everything feels cool, everything is going well. And so I think sometimes healthy relationships, they gotta feel peaceful at some point. You know what I'm saying? And then you have people out here who are mistaking, peace for boredom. Like a lot of people get bored with healthy, peaceful relationships. You know what I'm saying? I see it all the time because I've been there. I think sometimes people feel like if their relationship ain't toxic, if they ain't fighting, if they ain't running into it, they ain't getting into it, they ain't in and out, back and forth, in and out the house, you leave, you come, then they just feel like, oh, you don't love me. Some people love that toxic. There are people out here that love toxic relationships. And I used to love toxic relationships, but that was when I was like 20. If you 30 years old and up and you still out here being toxic, man, you need your ass beat. You need your ass beat. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times too, people don't be knowing what emotional safety is. They think it's they just don't know. They don't know what emotional safety is, and they stay into it because they don't feel safe emotionally. Your job, and it's two people in this. Your job is supposed to make the other person feel as good as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like you can come to me, you can tell me anything. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna rock with you. Whatever. This is a safe space. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you have people out here that cannot disagree without insulting, threatening, or abandoning each other. I see that a lot too. Like, I understand your point of view. You don't have to like everything I'm saying. I don't have to like everything you saying, but we don't have to name call and wild out and badger each other and break stuff and just to prove a point. Like if we don't get along, we just don't get along. You know what I'm saying? We don't get along, we just don't get along. We just ain't seeing eye to eye on this situation. We just it don't have to turn toxic because we don't get along or because I don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I think I think a lot of times too, though, when you chasing somebody, when you're in a relationship and you chasing them that thrill is exciting. You know what I'm saying? Because you like a challenge. You like to be able to, you know what I'm saying, chase somebody and you love it. You love the challenge because they're telling you, oh no, you ain't gonna never get with me. And then you're chasing them because you know in your mind, like, yo, I know what I do. I know what I do. I know how I'll move. I know once I get a hold of you, I know you're going to love it here. So you love the chase of that. But then when you get it, when that person stop running, when that person stands there and allows you to catch them, I know some people that lose interest after that because it's like, all right, it's no longer fun. It's easy now. You slowed down. I got you. This is easy. All right. So I'm no longer chasing this thrill, chasing this chase no more. It's not fun. I got you. So now what? Now what do we do now? Because you have a lot of people who have did everything that they have and gave everything that they have during the chase. So now that the chase is no longer going on, they're bored. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times when you're dealing with somebody, it should be peaceful. You should be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And A lot of times people take that as a full-time job to bring peace to whoever you dealing with in life. Like if you ain't bringing peace to what I'm doing, why are you here? Why are you with me? Why are you around me? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we be confused about, you know, chemistry. Like chemistry is a tricky thing. Chemistry is a tricky thing. Sometimes you could feel like, oh man, we compatible. I love it here. Everything that we're doing is so fun. It's amazing. And then, you know how they say, all right, cool, the relationship is going good when y'all don't live together, right? And then when y'all live together, you start seeing and feeling and hearing things about this person that you necessarily didn't understand. So now you in the cut, you looking like, I don't really know if this person is the same person that I fell in love with. Because we all know the honeymoon phases. CL, what up? What up, my people? Come up here, man. But we all feel like the honeymoon stage, everything is dope and everything is good. And then once you start pulling those layers back, once you start really seeing who they are, now you're not so sure. And then I think what it is too is you got to start asking yourself, can I love someone who makes me feel emotionally unsafe? And a lot of times we fall victim to that shit. Like you deal with a person that you feel like you can't be yourself around. You feel like you can't talk to about whatever's on your mind. You feel like you can't speak how you want to speak around this person. So they don't make you emotionally safe, but they take care of you. They look out for you. The sex is good. Y'all spend good time together. So a lot of times that emotional unsafety is masked because you don't know because you're blinded by other things. If you got a checklist of 10 things, right? And that person is checking eight of those things they're doing perfect. You're not going to worry about the other 2 things that they're not doing. You don't have time because you're so in love with the other 8 things that they're doing. So you don't have time to think about the 2 things that they lacking in. And that might be the 2 most important things, but because they're 80% right now, you ain't really paying attention to it. Now, if you got those 10 things and they checking off 5, that's a little different. Them numbers are a little different there. You know what I'm saying? Because now you are not as blinded. I'll be feeling like I don't be having time. All right. I don't be feeling like I got the time. I'm about to be 40. So my patience, if you don't make me feel safe in all avenues that I'm dealing with you, then I don't want to deal with you. And vice versa. If I'm not making you feel safe in any avenue, don't deal with me. You could bring it to the table and you can tell me everything under the sun that you feel like I need to do to get that back. But if I don't feel safe with you, if I cannot talk to you, if you cannot talk to me, we not going back and forth with that Jody and Yvette shit, because that ain't love. Man, listen. I don't be having time to argue. I once knew a woman who spent her whole entire day having conversations with herself, kicking up shit just to kick it up. We could be coming back having the best day that we done had. We done went out, we done saw a movie, we done been around each other, probably done had good ass relations, whatever you want to call it. We done had a time. And then all of a sudden, something goes off in her head. Oh, this too perfect. Nah, you seeing somebody else, ain't you? And I'd be like, what the fuck? like you go through those things and you just, man, like you just be like, what is going on in your head? People be like, oh man, this is too good to be true. So let me kick some shit up because I'm bored. I've seen it. I've done it. I've been in shit where I know the making up is so solid let me go fuck some shit up real quick. Let me go beef real quick because I know the making up is so solid. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people get trapped in that, man. They love that toxic stuff. I don't be having time for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I think people I think people was raised around chaos so much that they don't understand what healthy love is. Healthy love is when you could talk to each other about anything and nobody gets mad. They understand your point of view without judging you. Healthy love is we ain't busting up each other's things and setting clothes on fires and telling people to get out and all that. That ain't healthy love. Healthy love is instead of doing all that necessary energy, unnecessary energy, we talking things out. We sorting things out. We communicating properly. We talking to each other, not at each other. You know what I'm saying? We are coming up with solutions that work and get us going because a lot of times we don't be knowing. So a lot of times we wing things and we play it by ear sometimes. And that's the crazy part about it too. Like we play it by ear and then, we just go with the flow. And sometimes you gotta take the reins of your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Whatever level that you on, you gotta take the reins of it. You can't wait for the game to come to you. You gotta come to the game. Straight up. And then what happens with that is you got people online that, and this really pisses me off, right? You got people online that have a following. Like they have people that come to them and look to them for inspiration. You know what I'm saying? We believe in y'all love. We believe in what y'all got going on. We believe that y'all belong together. We believe in these things, right? And then you got people out here who fake content for likes and views, and you got the couples who fake argue and try to expose each other, you know what I'm saying, for likes and views and clicks. And I just be like, yo, at the end of the day, you got one time with me. I ain't gonna hold you. You got one time on social media to make me feel like, man, y'all really doing y'all thing, and then y'all really ain't doing y'all thing. Y'all over here arguing and fake beefing to get our attention for us to go back and forth to your page for the engagement. You know what I'm saying? I think you owe your followers the truth when your relationship is content. When it's content, let us know. Hey, this ain't real, this content. But a lot of times couples don't know the thin line. They don't know how to draw, you know what I'm saying? Again, I be seeing these couples and they be faking fighting and putting out dirty laundry and shit all on social media just to end up right back together. And I'd be like, yo, you duped us. Like for real, you got down on us. That don't even make sense. Like, how you do that? And it's like, I ain't no longer fucking with it. I ain't no longer following you. I ain't no longer, I'm cool. Once you trick me, we really ain't got nothing. I don't really want to see nothing or hear nothing else that you got going on because you tricked me already. You know what I'm saying? And if you constantly putting your relationship out for public view just to keep your name relevant, just to keep your life relevant, you need a new life. Everybody don't deserve access to every part of your life. You know why? Because you'll never be able to live it down. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times if you aren't intentional with yourself, how can we expect you to be intentional with us? I don't think you're intentional. I don't think y'all really love each other if y'all got to sit here and put y'all relationship on display. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much money Facebook, Instagram, YouTube pays me. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not getting on social media and playing with my family and playing with my kids for the benefit of a check. A lot of people be out here selling their soul for $50. A lot of people be getting on here on social media. Oh, he the R word me, or she did this to me, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yo, you playing with people's lives right now. You might think this is content. You might think this is funny, but it's people out here that really take the R word seriously, that really take sexual assault seriously. So when I see people get on social media and play around with that shit and be like, oh man, no, I was just playing. That ain't really happened. Fuck you mean that ain't happened? Like, you don't put that type of jacket on somebody, man. Straight up. That's not a cool jacket. I don't give a fuck how much Facebook paying me. I'm not finna get on here and let nobody play with my name when it comes to that. Now we can go back and forth. We can crack jokes. We can do all that other shit. But I be seeing posts about, people be trying to expose people from 10 years ago. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Did you call the police? Because why are you running to us? Did you call the police? Did you write a police report? Did you press charges? Like, what are we supposed to do? When y'all get on social media and y'all be exposing y'all fights, y'all breakups, y'all ins, y'all outs, y'all ups and downs, I be sitting in the cut like, okay, what are we supposed to do about it? Why are you telling us? I'm not being an asshole when I ask that question either. I really just want to know, like, what do you want us to do about it? We ain't cheering you on. We actually sitting in the back laughing at you and hoping and praying that this doesn't become us, because some of this stuff that y'all be doing for money on these online platforms be outrageous. Like, people be bringing a family drama, they relationship drama, they you know what I'm saying, shit like that to social media. And I think once it gets to social media, that shit over with for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you purposely went to social media and you started airing out our dirty laundry and our business, I could never look at you at the same light. You can love your partner out loud without sharing every detail of y'all life, man. Sometimes you got to know when to be private. Sometimes you got to know when to keep things to yourself and what to keep to yourself, because everybody ain't happy for you. Everybody ain't happy. Everybody ain't going to cheer for you. Everybody ain't going to celebrate. So it's like, some things you just got to keep to yourself. I ain't going to hold you. I'm very big on keeping certain things. It's okay. Brag about your partner, brag about your love life, plan your trips, show your trips, all of that good stuff. It's cool. Do that. But the ins and outs and the workings of your relationship are the ins and outs and workings of your relationship, not everybody else's. But listen, I ain't get on here to be on here for a long time, man. I just wanted to pop in, show my face. I haven't been on here in forever. So I'm getting back into the groove of getting back to it. It's been some crazy stuff that's been going on in my life. And now I'm just finally at this point where I'm about to start enjoying life. When I enjoy life when I'm behind this microphone. I be having the best life, So y'all know what it is, man. I always tell y'all to read the room. It'll never do you wrong, and choose who you choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like, again, y'all need to cut that mama some slack, because she going through a lot right now. We don't never ask the well-being of the mothers. I can't speak for her, but she a single mother, pretty much having to raise a fast ass daughter. We don't know the inner workings of her house, man. So y'all already know what it is with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. All right, y'all. I'm out.